Good evening. I am Leah Vomhoff, and I have the privilege and honor of serving as the principal of Blue Valley Northwest High School. On behalf of our entire Northwest community, I welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2026, the 33rd graduating class for Blue Valley Northwest High School. At this time, please stand and remove your hats as the 25-26 Blue Valley Northwest Chamber Singers perform the Star-Spangled Banner under the direction of Mrs. Beth Ritchie Sullivan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Thank you, Mr. Tysick, Mr. Strain, Mr. Westcott, and our Blue Valley Northwest bands for performing while the students entered the stadium. Also, thank you, Mrs. Beth Ritchie Sullivan and our chamber singers for leading us in the national anthem. This is a very special ceremony. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. This is a very special ceremony this evening. Coordinating an event like this takes many hours of planning and hard work. I would like to thank administrative assistants Debbie Kupch, Heather Corpus, Jamie Berry, along with senior class sponsor and teacher Chris Lanier for their hard work helping to prepare for this evening's special event. I would also like to take a moment to personally thank our fantastic Blue Valley Northwest administrative team, Associate Principal Jeff Amon, Assistant Principal Michael Richards, Assistant Principal Gary Howard, along with Assistant Principal Ms. Kelsey Bacalar, who is our graduation point person and is continuing to do her job this evening. Please join me in thanking them and the others who contributed to this evening's ceremony. I would also like to take a moment to thank Dr. Russ Kokaruta, Blue Valley Northwest's first principal, for joining me on the stage this evening. Next, I am honored to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Gillian Chapman, who will introduce our Board of Education and distinguished guests on the platform today. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized.
Good evening. It is my honor to introduce the members of our Board of Education. These dedicated individuals provide leadership, vision, and steadfast support for our district, ensuring that every decision is guided by what is best for our students, our staff, and our community. We are grateful for their service and their commitment to excellence. Mr. Jan Kessinger, President. Mr. Clay Norkey, Vice President. Dr. David Benson, Ms. Gina Knapp, Ms. Jody Dietz, Mr. Patrick Hurley. We also have joining us this evening Johnson County Community College Vice President of Academic Affairs and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Gurbishan Singh. Please welcome these honored guests.
Members of the class of 2026, Board of Education members, school district officials, staff members, family, and friends, it is an honor to be here today to share in this special celebration, even with the wind. This graduation represents the fulfillment of much hard work and effort by the community, parents, relatives, and many others. Students, we are incredibly proud of you and your accomplishments. Several seniors shared their thoughts and feelings through performances Friday at Class Day. We are fortunate to have 5 more students from the class of 2026 sharing their talents and insights this evening. Our honorary senior speaker will be Dylan Barnes. Dylan is the son of Moijda and Brian Barnes. Next year, Dylan will attend Pace University in New York City, pursuing a BFA in commercial dance. Class of 2026, I give you Dylan.
Good evening, faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, the Blue Valley Northwest class of 2026. It's strange standing here right now because for years we've been counting down to this moment. We talked about graduation like it was some faraway finish line. We said things like, senior year is gonna fly by, or I can't wait to get out of here. And now, it's actually over. And I don't think any of us were really ready for how fast someday could turn into right now. 4 years that felt so long at the beginning somehow turned into just a few short moments. Moments filled with early mornings we definitely didn't want to wake up for, tests we absolutely studied for, meaning we opened the study guide, read the first question, and just hoped the rest would be multiple choice. And the classic question we all asked ourselves at least once a week in math or science, are we ever actually going to use this in real life? And if anyone here ends up using logarithms after graduation, please let the rest of us know because I'm still very confused. But in between all of that chaos, something important was happening. We were growing up. These hallways saw us walk in as nervous freshmen who had no idea where anything was. And somehow, the slowest walkers made the perfect wall across the hallway with not one opening. Like it was a skill, like they were training for it. But those awkward first days turned into something so much bigger than we expected. Strangers turned into friends, classmates turned into teammates. Ordinary moments turned into memories that we didn't realize we'd miss someday. Because the weird thing about high school is that the moments that seem small while they're happening end up meaning the most later. The laughing too loudly at lunch, the fantasy punishment, the last-minute homework before class, walking through the halls with the same people every single day. Those moments felt so normal, so permanent, like they would just keep happening forever. But one day, they quietly became the last time. The last first day of school, the last football game, the last time sitting in a classroom together. And for most of us, the last time hearing, hey, this will be on the test, and suddenly becoming very interested for about 5 seconds. And that's the hardest part about growing up, realizing you never know something is the last time until it's already over. This reminds me of a quote from a TV show that got me through my hardest days in high school, The Office. Andy Bernard once said, "I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you actually left them." So to any underclassmen sitting here tonight, take in every second and cherish your time as long as possible, because before you know it, you'll be sitting in these exact seats, wishing you could go back for just one more ordinary day. And before we move on, there's something I want to share that's a little more personal. For a while in high school, I always thought people would see me as the kid who would never fit in, the one who laughed a little too loudly, the one who cared a little too much. The kind of kid who walks into a room and immediately wonders if he actually belongs there. And after a while, I started to wonder if I ever would. Over time, I started to question myself. I started asking myself questions like, am I too much, or am I just not enough? Some days that feeling followed me through these halls, sitting in class, wondering if anyone actually understood me the way I hoped they would. There were moments when I went home, turned to my parents and said, maybe I'm just not the kind of kid people really chose. And that's a hard thought to sit with, especially when all you really want is to feel like you matter to anyone. And for a while, I didn't know if I ever would. But something changed over time. People started talking to me, trusting me with things that mattered to them, and understanding me. And little by little, you all helped me realize something that completely changed the way I see myself. You made me feel like I belonged. And that might sound like a small thing to you, but I promise you it isn't. Because when people believe in you, when they truly see and accept you, it changes you in ways that you never expected. So, to every single person sitting here tonight, thank you. Thank you for giving me a place in this class. Thank you for seeing me for who I really am. Thank you for believing in me, even when I wasn't always sure how to believe in myself. You may never fully understand how much that meant to me, but it meant everything. And that's part of why tonight feels so emotional, because the people who helped me find my place in the world are the same people I now have to say goodbye to. The part I never wanted to think about. Not just leaving the people I know I may stay in touch with, but also leaving the people that changed my life in high school. And now we're separating, with high school being the one thing that once kept us connected. The people we see every single day might turn into people we see once every few years, or we may never see them again. The friendships that felt permanent will slowly turn into memories we tell stories about. Stories we wish we could relive just one more time. And that's the heartbreaking part of growing up. The people who help shape you don't get to stay with you forever. But even if we all go in different directions, I want you all to know something. You all changed me. You helped turn someone who once felt out of place into someone who finally felt like they belonged. And that's something I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Years from now, we'll forget the assignments we turned in or the tests we took, but we'll never forget the feeling of these years. And tonight, this is the last time we are all here together like this. And probably the only time we'll all agree on wearing the same outfit. The last time we are simply the class of 2026, sitting together and sharing the same moment. So before we all leave tonight, I want everyone to look around this room. Really look. Soon this moment will turn into a memory. One that happens once and then it's gone. But I said really, really look, because in a second, we're all gonna throw our caps, make direct eye contact with it, and still lose it. On a serious note, these people, the ones laughing, crying, smiling, and sitting beside you right now, helped shape who you are, and you helped shape them too. So on behalf of all students sitting here today, thank you for the memories, the chaos, the laughter, the late assignments, the random hallway conversations, and the friendships that made these 4 years unforgettable. Thank you for changing each other, and thank you for changing me. Maybe years from now, when someone asks where we came from, we'll smile and proudly say, we were the class of 2026 at Blue Valley Northwest, and that will always mean something. Congratulations, class of 2026. We made it. Skis up.
Thank you, Dylan. Next, we have an honorary senior musical performance by Greta Preuss, Vanessa Greenleaf, Grace Crouch, and Sinai Joshi. Greta is the daughter of Carla and Jeff Preuss and plans to attend Luther College and major in elementary education with a minor in musical theater. She will also be involved in choir. Vanessa is the daughter of Heather McKenzie and Cliff Greenleaf and plans on attending the University of Kansas to pursue a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Grace is the daughter of Claire and William Crouch and plans on attending the University of Arkansas with a major in marketing and minor in vocal performance. Sinai is the daughter of Parag and Rusha Joshi and plans to attend the University of Kansas, double majoring in psychology and criminal justice with a minor in Spanish. Today, they will perform Somewhere Only We Know by Keen.
I walked across an an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet, sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need someone to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need someone to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need someone to rely on. So tell me when let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. If you have a minute, why don't we go talk somewhere only we know? This could be the ending of everything. Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know.
Thank you, Greta, Vanessa, Grace, and Sinai. Let's give them another round of applause. That was beautiful. I would like to take a few moments to share some information about the outstanding faculty and staff at Blue Valley Northwest. As you can see, our faculty members are seated on either side of the candidates. Each faculty member is wearing the academic regalia that identifies their highest degree in the institution or college from which they received their degree. At Blue Valley Northwest, there are 110 certified staff members. In addition, nearly 50 paras, aides, custodians, and administrative assistants make up our support staff. Blue Valley Northwest faculty and staff, will you please stand? Audience, please join me in thanking these professionals for a job well done. Thank you, faculty and staff, for the guidance, support, and care you show our students each day. Next, I'd like to share a few words of advice I've prepared, especially for our graduates. It is a privilege to stand with you today, not just as your principal, but as someone who started at Blue Valley Northwest at the same time you did. In the fall of 2022, you walked in as freshmen, trying to find the 400 hallway and figuring out who you were and what it meant to be a part of BV&W. And now, here you are. Over the past few years, there's a simple question that has stuck with me. I found it while redoing parts of our front office and framed it around the office. The question is, what's the best that could happen? When I think about this class, I've seen you answer that question in ways that changed our school. Pep Club and EK, you built on a strong tradition and found a way to bring new energy to our pep assemblies this year. You went for it. And because you did, you created something people will remember and something future classes will build on. What's the best that could happen? I think about our girls' basketball team this year. On paper, not everyone expected their run to state, but those of us who watched closely, even in the losses, we saw it. We saw how good you were. We saw what you could become. What's the best that could happen? That has been this class. Not always loud, not always obvious at first, but steady, resilient, and capable of more than people might assume. And now you're stepping into what comes next. Some of you know exactly what that is, and some of you don't, and that's real life. What matters isn't having everything figured out, it's being willing to take the next step anyway. Most people ask, what if this doesn't work? You've shown us a different way to think. What if it does? Class of 2026, as you leave here, that is what I hope you carry with you. Take the chance, stay with it when it gets hard, show up for people and treat them well. You have done that here, and now keep doing it. We are proud of you. As you walk out of here today, keep asking that question. What's the best that could happen? Congratulations, class of 2026. We are now ready to begin the commencement exercise and allow each graduate to shine. Parents and all other guests, I'm going to ask that you take seriously the class of 2026's request that you do not applaud, yell, or make noise during the reading of each graduate's name. Instead, let's honor this entire class by waiting until the end to give them a collective round of applause. The class of 2026 has selected 9 faculty members to read graduates' names: Mike Arbucci, Laura Deffer, Deanna Elgin, Valerie Golden, Karen Stolman, Carrie Kinkler, Jeremy Moan, E.K. Pearson, and Carolyn Potter, who will read the names this evening. Blue Valley Northwest is honored to be able to recognize 16 students who are graduating high school today while also having completed the necessary requirements through Johnson County Community College to earn their associate degree. These students have been enrolled at JCCC for the past 4 semesters, earning credit towards their high school diploma, and are candidates to earn their associate degree. These students have all completed a minimum of 60 hours of college credit. Will these students please stand and remain standing as I read your names? Sophie Cepeda, Kwaye Cozart, Oliver Gonzalez, Paulo Harris, Roslyn Johnson, Ariel Cachette, J.T. Leparco, Henry Martin, Caitlin Miller, Hamza Nazir, Lauren Neiman, Alejandro Perez, Aaliyah Pompa, David Sierra, Colin Snow, Miguel Torreabala, Dr. Gurbishan Singh, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Chief Academic Officer at Johnson County Community College, is here today to recognize these students as they walk across the stage and receive their high school diplomas. Dr. Singh will also present each of them with their associate's degree. Congratulations to these students on this accomplishment. Blue Valley Northwest is very proud of you and the hard work you put into earning your high school diploma and associate degree. Let's give them a round of applause. Would the rest of the graduating class of 2026 please stand? Blue Valley Northwest High School's faculty and administration recommend each of you for graduation. You have completed the requirements for the high school diploma as set forth by the state of Kansas, the Department of Education, and the Blue Valley Unified School District Board of Education. On behalf of the Blue Valley School District, members of the Board of Education, and Board President, Mr. Jan Kessinger, I am pleased to present the Blue Valley Northwest High School class of 2026 to receive their diplomas. Would the first row please come to the stage? The rest of the class may be seated.
Iman Hassan Abdullah. Madeline Abel. Irene Abraham. Nasif Mutahar Ahmed. Samlina Saiha Alam. Bakr Alasawe. Yara Salman Algebran. Logan Harold Allen. Chase D'Angelo Allen. Kira Renee Ali Dalzell. Jonathan Alon. Zane Michael Alman. Peyton Reese Andrews. Kaylee Marie Armstrong. Joshua David Har Askar. Peter Joseph Asta. Lola Grace Bacalar. Akror Bakhtiorov. Jacob Banyas. Jack Joseph Barker. Dylan Barnes. Luke Walton Barthel. Ahana Basak. Henry George Beeson. Megan Solada Beatty. Reagan Marie Becker. Lincoln Cade Beckner. James Porter Bell. William Ryan Belton. Mete Burkos. Daniel Dwayne Black. Catherine Ann Blavelt. Adrian Bochi. Rashita Reddy Bonthu. Brady Michael Boswell. James Alexander Bowers. James Alexander Bowens. Amira Elizabeth Bowers. Hunter Matthew Brown.
Angel Joseph Buendia Cisneros. Diego Alejandro Cabezas. Lauren Nicole Carmichael. Jacob Akash Carpino. Harrison David Case. Morelli Caterino Rosas. Alexandra Michelle Cazares. Sofia Isabella Cepeda Alcantara. Sai Satvika Chada. Parisha Chalise. Logan Chandler. Elizabeth Kate Chapin Smith. Jaden Lynn Chu. Darcy Grace Christensen. Daverin Chase Christensen. Scarlett Sho Tong Chu. Asia Marie Patrice Cole. Lorna Mackenzie Coleman. Sophia Comunali. Helen Elizabeth Connor. Melinda Hope Cornwell. William Bryce Cowan. Kwaye Amira Cozart. Danielle Jennifer Kroom. Samuel Alexander Croucher. Grace Margaret Crouch. Taylor Marie Cutting. Maggie Nicole Dahl. Alexander Milo Davis. William Quinn Davis. Ethan Isaac Davidov. Carter James Dawson. Owen Nicholas DeBuell. Emily Marie Deerdorf. Addison Renee Dyke. Piper Corrine Denton.
Addison Germany. Kyan Aiden Detmer. Lena Marie Dickinson. Milena Mara Damazet. Kartik Sai Dangala. Tyler Glenn Duffield. Arthur Finley Donovan. Matthew Edmondson. Riley Edwards. Aiden Bristow Ellis.
Irene Emmanuel.
Baroji Manad Esteban. Silas Sparlin Felt. Brody Patrick Fenley. Lily Eileen Fink. Sydney Ann Fiacotti. Jacob Dalton Sunican Follett. William Christopher Foster. Bailey Josephine Fox. Chase Allen Fox. Zachary Michael Fritz. Addison Felicities Fuller. Sienna Logan Gabbert. Michaela Gow. Elizabeth Kate Geraltz. Caden John Garrison. Matthew Patrick George. Timon Gillespie. Danielle Elizabeth Gold. Andrew Joseph Golden. William Charles Golden. Oliver Tamatane Aga Gonzalez. Kylie Ann Gosha. Emma Zoe Goulart. Vanessa Grace Greenleaf. Gavin James Griffiths. Kaylee Nicole Grunow. Ava Rose Grosdidier. Shrikruthi Gundadi. Ming Chang Guo.
Ian Guzman Asensio. Emma Margaret Hager. Mamadou Hadera. Kendra Ann Hale. Jackson Ryan Ham. Julia Maxine Haney. Samay Seth Haroon. Okay. Gavin Harris. Landon Harris. Jacob Eugene Harrison. Sophie May Hartley. Aisha Yahia Hassan. Victoria Ann Heidenreich. Adria Grace Hanauer. Jocelyn Christine Henry. Sebastian Jack Herr. Elizabeth Heron. Tyler James Hemans. Mackenzie Rose Holoparik. Anna Caroline Hoskin. Devin Ryan Hotsey. Vivian Shao. Carson Brady Hunt. Benjamin Patrick Hurley. Jamie Lynn Jackson. Sean Javon James. Rylan Josie Jara. Kyle Andrew Jarasek. Preksha Jairam. Ava Nicole Jennings. Olivia Nicole Jessup. Gabriel Chichung John. Kevin Yang Zhao. Ella Elizabeth Johnson. Gabriella Grace Johnson. Jordan Ryan Johnson. Roslyn Kathleen Johnson. Vivian Rose Johnson.
Braden Scott Jones. Cooper Michael Jones. Sanai Parag Joshi. Rowan Tyler Jewell. Nikhil Prasad Kadava. Dharav Mahesh Campbell. Madison Lee Knatzer. Tanvi Shri Kare. Austin Kauth. Benjamin Thomas Keenan. Amelia May Kerr. Ariel Cachette. Subeksha Kanal. Yusuf Syed Khatib. Sean Hwang Koeng. Azrael Dean Kissinger. Mallory Grace Klein. Amelia Ann Knapp. Madison Ann Kraft. John William Kreisman. Ryan Kwan. Joseph Kwan. Asia Vera Lackey. Abigail Lynn Landers. Alan Palun Lee. Caroline Peishing Lee. Isabella Pehuan Lee. Isabel Jane Levine. Shuyun Han Lee. Kyle Austin Lin. Beckett Ray Linden. Aaron Elias Loma. John Thomas Wyatt Laparco. Renee Marie Lundy. Jack David Lyle. Isaiah Charles Lyon. Myangeline Itzel Macho Barreto. Evan Ryan Mackey. Ishan Sanjog Mahi.
Edgar James Mars. Leah Noel Martins. Henry Martin. Greer Ann Mason. Ty Maurice Mathieu. Charles Edward McBride. Lillian Marie McCann. Aidan David McGibney. Mary Catherine McGuire. Camila Medina Dugarte. Bruno Quade Andrade Mello. Liliana Isabel Mesmer. Nora Hyunjin Meyer. Cameron Ann Mielke. Jude Mahmoud McDodd. Isabella Marie Miller. Caitlin Joanne Miller. Dominic Jordan Mills. Brooklyn Joyce Mittendorf. Sadie Jane Mock. Gabriel Moreda dos Santos. Ella Vera Morris. Max Henry Mosier. Sophia Muldrow. Amir Shabir Mukadam. Courtney Catherine Rose Mullen. David Santiago Murillo Carvajal. Ikra Nadeem. Peter Nang. Tala Majid Naji. Hamza Nazir. Logan Gunnar Nelson. Lauren Henry Neiman. Cooper C. Norris. Holly Reese Numrick. Treasure Nur.
Gracie Marie Orcutt. Austin Henry Ornburn. Colin Michael Orr. Dylan Orsund. Amy Ortega Diaz. Jonathan Ortega Diaz. Luca Daniel Ospino. Rahul Rao Pendiel. Cami Peng. Alejandro Perez Constantine. Caleb Peterson. Devin Matthew Petrick. Olivia Miriam Pike. Paige Kathleen Pikus. William Clark Pikus. Aaliyah Pompa. Carter Allen Pomplin. Greta Marjorie Preuss. Grace Lynn Prochnow. Ainsley Bella Pryor. Jack Quickle. John Gardner Quinn. Layla Estelle Rafiq. Lamia Rahima. Joseph Gabriel Rakolta. Angel Uriel Ramirez. Nicole Ramirez Guzman. Evan Anthony Rangel. Corinne Leanne Rauterkiss. Addison Claire Reeves. Zachary Craig Reeves. Proceed Regmi. Emma Renee Ryder. Cooper Robb. Katie Ann Robinson. Allie Mae Rollheiser. Charlie Thomas Rost.
Catherine Walker Roy. Danielle Walker Roy. Trace Allen Rudd. Logan Michael Runnels. Maya Zohar Saul. Sama Bassam Salem. Tristan Nathaniel Saltzman. Makumba Robert Samba. Isabella Marie Salmon. Riley Ann Sogsted. Molly Catherine Scheibel. Lauren Elizabeth Shellhammer. William Merle Schmidt. Jameson Tate Schultz. Olivia Louise Schwanke. Christina Nicole Scott. Morgan Jelaine Sears. Julia Claire Sheridan. David Emmanuel Sierra. Cole David Sylvia. Shrijan Singh. Taylor Smiley. Voss Diesel Smith. Colin Matthew Snow. Lila Mireille Spear. Bridget Mary Stanton. Jack Christopher Steffens. Andrew Arthur Stiles. Xavier Anthony Stout. James Robert Thomas Sullivan.
Benoit Sun. Nathan Cole Swisher. Jethro Zatong Tang. Alexander Andrew Taylor. Ikanch Bikalp Thakur. Miles Jansen Thomas. Audrey K. Tilton. Aria Evangeline Titus. Ayush Tavari.
Miguel Antonia Turelba. Natalie Ann Tribby. Shri Stithi Tricona. Thomas Kent Trounton. Nathan Frederick Troutner. Clayton Robert Trisla. Gabrielis Tuncunas. Olivia Urasma. Jackson Vangundi. Srinivasa Kanda Vel. Priscille Sean Vijayananda. Afshin Vishnani. Daniel Alex Vilovoy. Logan Joseph Waldorf. Christian Munini Wamba. Miriam Ariel Wambi. Jonathan Chian Wong. William Cooper Weatherman. Autumn Marie Wells. Ava Ann Wesley Torres. Jada Ariana White. Taylor Michelle White. Avery Isaac Weens. Micah Josiah Williams. Samantha Cheryl Wilson. Abigail Claire Worth. Maddox Kent Wintrock. John Robert Wolf. Matt Wu. Matthew Wu. Andrew John Wolverton. Lauren Renee Yonke. Melika Zabet. Anaya Noor Zaman. Wyatt Matthew Zier. Macy Kathleen Zulke. Thank you.
Thank you. We did it. Let's give the class of 2026 a big round of applause. Class of 2026, would you please find your family and turn to face them, wave to them as a thank you for all of their support the last 13 years. Love it. Staff, will you please leave the field now and form two lines, one on each side, from the graduates to the exit. For over 30 years, Blue Valley Northwest has honored meaningful traditions, one of them the most special being the bridge. Your journey began in August 2022 when staff lined up to welcome you into Husky Nation on your first day. Over the past 4 years, our staff have walked beside you, offering support, guidance, and encouragement. Today, as you take your final steps through the bridge, those once unknown faces now cheer you on, believing in you as you cross into your future. Before our students exit through the bridge and we conclude this evening, we ask that families remain in the stands during the recessional. Once the graduates are out, families can meet their graduates in the parking lot, and at the conclusion of this ceremony, graduates should exit up the center aisle, being dismissed by our ushers. Class of 2026, as a symbol of your graduation, you may now move your tassel from the right side to the left side. Northwest families, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce the Blue Valley Northwest graduates for 2026. Graduates, should you choose, you may toss your cap now. This concludes this evening's ceremony. Thank you for your attendance and support. Go Huskies!